Hi everybody, welcome to Tech Growth Stocks channel. Today I present you the top disruptive stocks to buy right now. So these are 5 stocks and this is part 2 of the series. These are excellent stocks. They have strong innovative characteristics and strong growth and momentum, and I think these are stocks that can have huge price increases going forward. So before I start right off with the stocks, I have to make a short disclaimer. This video does not constitute financial advice. It's for entertainment purposes only, so please consider that. Okay, everybody, so let's start right off with the first top disruptive stock to buy right now, and it is PINS, Pinterest. Here you can see the longer term chart of Pinterest, and as you can see, it has been an IPO in April 2019. So it's quite a young company, 1.5 years old. And these young companies, these IPO stocks, in the first 10 years of after their IPO, they had the strongest performance. So in general, it's important to cover a lot of young companies and invest in a lot of young companies if you want to make big, if you want to have the strongest performing stocks in your portfolio. Yeah, after its IPO, you can see it held its IPO price for some time, but then it moved into a downtrend. It made it slow with that downtrend this year in March. After that, it reversed and formed a nice uptrend, and which was quite strong and moved to the upside. In the short-term chart, you see a nice uptrend, yeah. And recently, yeah, here we have been, let's say, built a small base and moved to the upside. Pins growth characteristic, the EPS growth is not that good, it's minus 62%, but the sales growth is very strong with 31%, and the relative strength rating is also strong with 96, and it's in a hot sector in the communication services sector, and it has a strong social media platform, so I think it's definitely a top disruptive stock to buy right now. Okay, everybody, so that was it for Pinterest. Let's have a look at the next top disruptive stock to buy right now, and it is DOCU. Here you can see the longer term chart of DOCU, and as you can see as well, DOCU has been a recent IPO, specifically in April 2018. After its IPO, it formed a nice IPO base, and let's say September 2019, it broke out of that IPO base and it formed a nice strong uptrend. In the short-term chart, you see an uptrend until around July this year, and since July, we have been base building and moving sideways, and here we had a short exhaustion gap, but we came back into that base, and now we are, let's say, in the middle, around the middle point of this base here, if you define it as this, or relatively low in the base we are currently. So I think it's an attractive entry point currently for DOCU. DOCU growth characteristic, the EPS growth is not the strongest, it's minus 7%, but it has a very strong sales growth of 42%, and a strong relative strength rating of 95, and it's in a hot sector. It's in the tech software sector, which has been a leading sector over the last 5 to 10 years, a very strong sector. So I think it's definitely a top disruptive stock to buy right now. Okay, so that was it for DOCU. Let's have a look at the next top disruptive stock to buy right now, and it is PACB, Pacific Biosciences. Here you can see the longer term chart of Pacific Biosciences, and as you can see, it's quite volatile here because it's a medical diagnostics and research stock. And as you can see, yeah, here it had a strong downtrend from 2016 to, let's say, April 2018. Then it recovered a little bit, had a downtrend as well till I would say July this year, and it could break above these downtrending moving averages and form a nice uptrend. The short-term chart, you see here a strong uptrend, and recently, yeah, it has been base building, moving sideways. It broke out of that base, and now it tries to form a high handle for that base. Yeah, Pacific's growth characteristics aren't the strongest. The EPS growth is minus 16%, and the sales growth is minus 22%. But this does not concern me so much because it's in the healthcare space, in the medical diagnostic space. And I think this company trades more on the future prospects of the company. Yeah, and on some catalysts. The relative strength rating is good with 94. So I think it's also a top disruptive stock to buy right now. Okay, so that was it for Pacific Biosciences. Let's have a look at the next top disruptive stock to buy right now. And it is TWLO. TWLO. Here you can see the longer term chart of TWLO, and as you can see, TWLO was also a quite recent IPO in 2016, so it's just a little bit more than 4 years old, which is quite nice. Yeah, after its IPO, it had a strong up move, but corrected quite heavily after that. Yeah, corrected from around 70 to, let's say, 24, and yeah, after that it could break out from that correction, let's say in March 2018, move higher strongly until July 2019. Then we had another correction, and this year we could break out of that correction here strongly to the upside and form a nice uptrend. The short-term chart, yeah, here you see we broke to the upside on the earnings. We kept strongly up on earnings this year. On 7th of May we had strong upside and a strong earnings surprise, and yeah, after that we have been drifting higher and base building here, and now it looks like it wants to, yeah, break out from that mini base here. Now TWLO's growth characteristics: the EPS growth is 11%, the sales growth is very strong with 49%, and the relative strength rating is good with 94, and it's in a hot sector, in the communication services sector. So I think it's definitely a top disruptive stock to buy right now. Okay, everybody, so that was it for TWLO. Let's have a look at the last top disruptive stock to buy right now for today. Okay, and it is ZG, TWLO Group. Here you can see the longer term chart of TWLO Group. As you can see, it has been quite volatile. This year we can see, or here we had like a kind of a volatile sideways movement. And this year we could break out of that sideways movement strongly to the upside around June this year, and move a nice, less volatile uptrend, which is a nice favorable sign. Yeah. Short-term chart, you see that nice, less volatile uptrend. Recently here we had a little bit more volatility, and we could be, after this down move, we could break out here from make a new high, and now we have been consolidating a little bit in TWLO Group after we made this high. TWLO's growth characteristics: EPS growth is not the strongest. It's minus 73%. The sales growth is 8%, and the relative strength rating is good with 94. And it's in a hot sector, in the communication services sector. So I think TWLO is also a top disruptive stock to buy right now. Okay, everybody. So these were the top disruptive stocks to buy right now. Specifically, this was part 2 of the series. If you missed part 1, so please have a look on my channel. I posted also part 1 of the series. I think there are excellent top disruptive stocks to buy right now as well. And in part 1, I can tell you also these stocks have even higher momentum than in part 2. So please have a look at part 1 as well. And if you like that video, please give it a thumbs up. This would help me very much. And yeah, also please leave your comments in the below so I can answer to all of your questions. And yeah, also please do not forget to subscribe to this channel and hit the notifications bell so so going forward that you do not miss any videos anymore. And yeah, and also I want to make a note, soon I will release also a series with 2 videos about the top internet stocks to buy right now. So if you are interested in this series, have a look at my channel and subscribe so that you do not miss it. Okay, everybody, so this was it for today. Thank you for watching. Take care, and I wish you good luck in trading.